Hello. Um, One of probably the phrases I use so often with people, as a reminder, and more recently with myself, is one of the NLP presuppositions, they're called, and it's do what you've always done and you'll get what you've always got. So if you find that you're frustrated with the way things seem to continually turn out, or if you're one of these people who says, this always happens to me, why does this always happen to me? Well, chances are it's because you're repeating behaviour. We are creatures of habit, and like all creatures of habit, we tend to do what we do most because that's what's familiar and that's what's comfortable. However, if you keep repeating behaviours and you keep getting results that you're frustrated with or unhappy about, then you have to change what you do, because do what you've always done and you'll get what you've always got. So you're wasting your time and energy just repeating patterns. So if you're frustrated with what happens or you don't like what happens, then you have to think about how to do things differently, because if you want a different outcome, you have to do things differently. Now, changing behaviours is often easier said than done. We like to do what's familiar, even if it's painful, even if it's something that we don't like, we will still often go for familiar rather than the unknown. So the key to, well, I believe the key to changing behaviours is consistency. And the more you are consistent, the more you repeat something, the more chance you've got of it sticking, and the more chance you've got of it becoming a new habit and something that you don't have to really think about. Now, in order for things to be consistent, they also, and I think this is often what's overlooked, have to be achievable. Now, achievable isn't necessarily, often at New Year people say, right, that's it, this year I'm going to get fit. And they think getting fit is doing exercise every single day of the week, maybe an hour, 2 hours a day, every day of the week. And of course, they run out of steam, because that's not really achievable if you're going from not doing any exercise to exercising every day for a couple of hours. So the key is to make it achievable. The other thing is to make it specific. So saying, right, I'm going to get fit, well, that's very general, and there are lots of get out clauses with that one. Whereas if you said more specifically and achievably, do you know what, I'm going to exercise once a week. On a Sunday, I'm going to go for an hour walk every Sunday. That's incredibly achievable. And therefore, you have more chance of being consistent with your new behaviours. And the more consistent you are, the more chance it will become a new habit, and therefore your outcomes will change. And also just bear in mind that there are different schools of thought on this, but it is believed that it takes, on average, 21 days in order to create a new habit. This is why often after 3 weeks, then people tend to drop out of new habits, because you think mentally 3 weeks in that you've got it sussed. So you stop applying mentally, physically and emotionally, and therefore fall back into old habits. So you have to be consistent. Go past the 3 weeks. If you're doing it maybe once a week, then go past the 3 months. Be consistent, and things take effort, of course they do. So be prepared to put the effort in. But the key to any positive change is consistency. And the only chance of consistency happening and new habits forming is if you set achievable, realistic goals and be specific with what you want. Be really specific. How are you going to achieve what you want? Break down these massive outcomes into achievable steps. And remember, every new habit has to start with something. So it doesn't really matter what it is as long as you start. So that's my tip for creating new habits. So if you want a different outcome, do things differently. Okay, hope that helps. Have yourself a super week, and I will catch up with you again soon. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and you'll be notified of all new videos as and when I upload them. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye.